Hello, everybody. Today is, I don't know what day it is. It's sometime in January. I want to say it's the 19th. Check my computer real quick. It is the 19th. January 19th, 2021. Today's video, we normally do these Instagram lives every Tuesday. Today's will be a little more lighthearted. So hopefully everybody enjoys it. So here is my caveat at the start of this video. Do not try this at home. Do not do this workout. This workout is a terrible idea and nobody should do it. So there's my caveat and my disclaimer. Every now and then I get asked a very entertaining question, which is, you know, people are intrigued with programming, right? And like anything else, programming, driving a car, playing the violin, learning another language, there's the progression from beginner, intermediate, and advanced, as you start to get better and better, whatever your potential craft happens to be. So, on the journey of making workouts that I hope people very much enjoy and find beautiful and elegant and all that stuff, have there been bad ones along the way? And the answer is yes. Oh, yes, there have been. And I get the question every now and then to please blow the dust off some of those and let everybody else hear what they are, how badly they went, so that everyone can get a good laugh and learn from them. So that's exactly what we'll do. This workout jumps to my mind right off the bat when anyone says, "What's one that was just a swing and a miss?" So here you go. Here's my swing and a miss. This probably occurred probably longer ago than I realize. Probably 10 to 12 years ago. I was with CrossFit at the time, working on the level 1 seminar staff, which are some of the most top-notch human beings in the world. And we were doing a seminar middle of the summer, July, in Jacksonville, Florida. So it's not just hot, it's July in Jacksonville hot. And traditionally, some people would take Sundays off from working out, but on Saturday, usually there was a large trainer workout, whoever was working the gig, would take place during lunch, the lunchtime workout. It was just a tradition, a fantastic tradition, and we'd bring the heat on those workouts. And, different people would program them. And anyway, on this particular day, programming of the workout fell to me that morning. So all morning I was kind of thinking about, all right, when noon comes and it's time to work out and all the participants go to lunch, what should we do? What's a good thing to do? Because it was, like I said, it was hot. Where we were down in Jacksonville, I can't remember the exact location that we had the seminar, but attached to that location, it might have been a police facility now that I'm thinking about it. Attached to that location was a full outdoor 400-meter track. I mean, so obviously, how could I let such an amazing opportunity go to waste? We're going to use the 400-meter track somehow. So finally, I get an idea. I'm not saying it was a great idea, but I got an idea in my little pea brain. So I tell the trainers, like, all right, what are we going to do? I say, here's all you need to know. Grab an empty barbell and meet me outside on the track. And so that's what everybody did. And once they were out there, I said, here's the workout. It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be great. Here's what we're going to do. You're going to lock the barbell out overhead, however you want. Doesn't matter. Press with grip, snatch with grip, who cares? Just lock the darn barbell out overhead. We're going to start a clock. On 3, 2, 1, go. With the barbell locked out overhead, the goal of the workout is to complete one lap lunging around the track. Not just 400 meters of walking lunges, but 400 meters of walking lunges with an empty barbell locked out overhead. But wait, that's not all. I wanted to somehow motivate this crew of trainers to lunge as far as possible before putting the barbell down. So I said, here's the deal though, here's the second piece. If you have to lower that barbell down to the front rack, to the back rack, or set it on the ground, anything other than locked out overhead constitutes a violation. Wherever you are on the track, when that barbell has to get lowered, you just set that barbell at your feet to mark your progress, leave the barbell there, and run a 400-meter lap until you come back to where your barbell is. Then pick up the barbell, lock it overhead, and continue to lunge towards that 400-meter goal. Couldn't be simpler. So, God bless them all. Instead of anybody calling me a lunatic and saying, well, that sounds like a terrible idea, everybody just peeled off their shirts and started to go for it. It was not as grueling as it sounds. It was worse. It was more grueling. I did not win the workout, that's for darn sure. I remember who did win it is a beast of a man by the name of Todd Widman, one of our also most talented and capable and competent flow masters. If you've attended a level 1 seminar or a CrossFit Kids seminar with Todd Widman, then you know he's the real deal. He won that workout. I can't even remember where I finished, but I did complete it. It took most people somewhere between 45 and 60 minutes to accomplish this little task. And I know that myself personally, I ran a 5K. That's what was required from me anyway. That's how many times I had to put the barbell down to actually make it one lap around the track. So, again, let me reiterate, do not try this at home. There's a reason that I've never programmed that workout before. It was a swing and a miss. It was one of my many, many mistakes that I made en route to becoming a better and more capable and competent programmer. And I've got several of those stories tucked away for a later day. Those are all the lessons learned that go into the things that I do better these days. So now let's ask the question. There's the workout, right? For time, 400 meters of walking lunges with an empty barbell locked out overhead. Anytime you have to lower the barbell, you set it at your feet and run 400 meters back to the barbell, pick it up and continue. Is that a good workout or is that a bad workout? Well, now we'd have to define our terms as to what good or bad is, right? So maybe we don't go down that rabbit hole as to whether or not we can agree that it was a good or bad workout. I think most people would agree that whether it was good or bad, it's inappropriate and unnecessary for most regular mortals, even fit mortals, walking the earth. Inappropriate and unnecessary. So now, if I may assume that everyone has that general conclusion, the question becomes, is there a way that we could take this workout, which seems to be at its face value, too much, inappropriate, unnecessary for most people, is there a way to make it better, to preserve something about it that makes it usable for more people in the general public? I think the answer is yes. So now, if I was to bring this workout back again, or maybe a version of this workout, it may look something like, maybe you could just keep the 400 meters, but no barbell whatsoever. And you're just going to walking lunge in a continuous fashion, and if at any point you have to stop lunging to shake it out, you got to run 400 meters. Now I know, how do you constitute what's a stop in the lunge? Is it a 1 second pause? Is it a half second pause? Blah, blah, blah. The honor system, when you take a break. So you could potentially do that. What if we kept the barbell locked out overhead, but instead of asking everyone to lunge 400 meters, we cut it down to 200 meters. Just reduce the volume right off the bat. And that's going to make it a far more appropriate workout. It's still going to be a doozy, don't get me wrong, for a much wider swath of the population. But what if we reduced it even more? Because something I've learned as my intelligence in programming has increased, and ideally my idiocy has decreased, is that oftentimes a reduction, not an increase, makes a better workout. And I think that's potentially a pitfall of the novice program, is they think to make a workout better, I need to make it harder, tougher. Come on in, buddy. Oh, my little man's coming in. We're live, just so something crazy.
All fours.
All fours on your report card?
Yep.
That's fantastic. Congratulations. Reading, writing, and math. Look at you. Good job, buddy. That's awesome. Are you super happy?
Yeah.
Nice work.
Third year in a row.
Third year in a row. Nicely done. A smart young man. Just got a perfect report card. How cool is that? Way cooler than any of this stuff that I'm talking about here, I'll tell you that much. And this thing here, if you're listening to this on audio, and when I make it a podcast one day you won't be able to see this, but if you're watching a video, there's this multicolor rubber band, orange yellow kind of bracelet that he made me yesterday. And it was just, if one of your kids gives you something, it's the coolest thing in the whole world. So this thing is awesome. It's my Superpower bracelet right now. Anyway, a reduction in the workout, not an increase, generally makes it better. It can be a pitfall of the novice program to be like, I got to get my name out there, right? As a programmer that makes these just tough workouts. So we're going to load it up with rounds and load it up with weight and load it up with complexity. And then, wow, I'm really going to get out there and just shock everybody. And I trust me, I've been there. But my goal would be to get people off that mindset sooner rather than later. A lot of times a reduction or simplification in the workout yields, in my humble opinion, what we could broadly define as a better workout. So we said 200 meters, right? It could be even more of a scorcher. 100 meters. 100 meters of walking lunges with the barbell locked out overhead. Anytime you set that barbell down, you got to take a 400-meter lap. If you had a highly competitive small group of friends doing that against each other for just 100 meters, that would be a scorcher, quite frankly. Or we could make it a multi-round deal. What if you did 3 rounds for time, 50 meters of overhead walking lunges with the empty barbell, and a 400-meter run? Again, there's other ways that we can do this that are quite far away from what that original workout was that I still believe is inappropriate and unnecessary for most human beings walking the earth. So that is a pleasant walk down memory lane of one of my larger swings and misses. Many thanks to all those wonderful L1 trainers that were kind enough and gracious enough to do that. And since everybody was just, had their shirts off in the middle of July in Jacksonville, Florida at high noon doing this workout with a barbell locked out overhead, everyone's like armpits and pecs and lats were sunburned because, an area that typically wouldn't be exposed that much to the sunshine was exposed to direct Florida sun for about an hour. So the extreme sunburn was yet another benefit of that workout. So don't do it. Have a great day. And maybe we'll share some more of these programming gone wrong stories. Talk to you later.